When we see someone else going through a major tragedy, it's so easy for us to kind of personalize that. I know I do it, and I guess it's human nature to say to ourselves things like, I can't imagine going through a trial like that. I don't think I could ever handle that. And yet, I remember hearing from somebody, and it stuck with me a long time ago, that the reason why we think we couldn't handle something is because God hasn't given us the grace for that, because we're not going through that. And I'll give you an example with that. So when I was still married, I remember thinking one time, like if I ever got divorced, like that would be the worst thing, and fearing that. And then I got divorced, and yet God walked me through that. Yes, it was so terrible and it was so hard, but God gave me the strength for that. And then I remember thinking to myself, like, if my former husband ever gets remarried, like that's going to be so hard. I don't know how I can go through that. And yet that happened, and God walked me through it. And he blessed me with an amazing bonus mom to my kids. She's wonderful. And it was a lot less of a challenge. Yes, it was hard, but it was a lot less difficult than I had built it up in my mind that it would be, that second event of him getting remarried. And so all that to say is the Lord gives us grace for the trials that we're walking through, not before them, not when we're fearing the potential of them because we're worrying about tomorrow. And Jesus says tomorrow has enough worries of its own. But he does give us grace when we do walk through it. And he is near us, and he won't leave us, and he will empower us if we depend upon him in ways that we never could have imagined. And I really see that in my life going through my single motherhood. Hey, before I was a single mom, I didn't even want to stay home alone when my husband was like gone for the night. I'd be too afraid to stay home alone. And now I live alone. I've lived alone for 9 years with my 2 kids. And so that just goes to show you that it's so easy for us to worry or think about worst case scenarios. And I know that I've done that recently, thinking about worst case scenarios, and yet God will give us the strength for whatever he calls us to walk through.